we are going to be talking about Mandalorian Season 2. And I'm going to open by saying lots of spoilers. We've all seen the entire season. We're going to talk, we may not talk about each episode in this segment, but we're going to be talking about everything from the first episode to the end of the last episode. So if you've not seen the final episode, especially of Mandalorian Season 2, finish that and then come back and watch this segment. And make sure you stick around. There is an end credit scene because Disney decided Marvel isn't the only IP that needs end credit scenes. Oh, there's so many things to talk about, so many things that we love. Not everything was perfect, so I want to make sure we're talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. But as just a general check, real quick, general check. What in like a sentence or two, how did you guys feel overall about the season 2 of Mandalorian? If you had to say, I think XYZ in like one statement of good, bad, everything, what would you say? We'll start with Hannah.
Sure. I would say I think it is the best current version of Star Wars that we have been getting. So yes, I very much enjoy it.
And I think it's one thing that this show did really well, as I alluded to before, is it set up a lot of great subplots so they can run with in the next season.
I completely agree with both of those. Getting to see planets that we've heard the name of, that we got to see and spend more time in. It was one of the things we talked about in Derrick and I's appearance on Cinematic Doctrine. Another shameless plug, check them out, link in the description. We talked about how this show allows for you to kind of settle into Star Wars in a way that the movies don't really allow. When you go see a movie, they have to tell a complete story start to finish in like 90 to 120 minutes. You get a show and you get through 90 minutes in the first 3 episodes, sometimes 2 episodes. And so you spend a lot more time. And so that's one of the things I love about this show, about our faith point.
Sure. As we were reflecting on the season, all of us were struck by how Mandalorian Din was so moved to protect how that relationship had grown, and how the Mandalorian we met in the beginning of season 1 is totally different in some ways from season 2. And the main thing was his relationship with Grogu. His love, his desire to protect this kid shifted his priorities and things like that. And as people in real life, there are certain milestones that we might hit that might totally shift our priorities and kind of remind us that life isn't just about us and what we might want. We really are a community. And so we think about things like when someone gets married or when someone has kids, or things like that tend to shift their priorities. So it's less on what can I get out of life and more of how can I give life to others. And so as we were thinking about that, we thought that was an important faith point to remember. Life isn't just about us, it's not just about getting all that we can to be the most popular or the famous or, all the money in the world. Life truly is about loving and caring for others. And